Hello, everyone. Welcome to Self Love You. I am Jenna Ryan, your self-love life coach, and I'm here today with another topic that's going to be helpful for you, especially if you're having trouble with a breakup. And what I want to talk about today is why begging doesn't work. Why it does not work to beg your ex to come back to you. Why it does not work to tell your ex how miserable you are and to bawl and cry, holding on to their feet as they're walking out the door. Why doesn't this work? Why doesn't it work? If this worked, then this would be the way everyone would do it, but it doesn't work. And I know that some of my listeners have a really hard time because you're going through a breakup and you are distraught and you feel desperate and you want to do anything to get this person to come back to you. This could be a woman that you've spent 25 years with. You've given her everything. You've put her on a pedestal. You've made her feel like a queen. And then now she's out and she's dating everyone in town and you feel depressed. You feel sad and you are bawling. You are upset. You're crying. You're holding on. You're begging her, please do not leave me. Do not leave me. Why doesn't this work? Why is this counterintuitive? I mean, I know it's the thing you think you should do. You need to beg them. Maybe if you beg them, they will come back. However, begging someone to come back, giving up your dignity in order to try to get someone to love you is not ever going to work. Because love is equal. Love is reciprocal. And if someone is walking out the door, by golly, let them go. Let them go out the door and hold on to your power because you are a valuable person. And if that person who is leaving you is in a position in their life where they feel that they can no longer be in relationship with you and they need to move on with their life, you do not want to stand in their way because true love sets something free. If it's yours, it will come back to you. If it's not, let it go because there's better for you out there. I know this is hard to hear because some of the clients and the people that I work with are literally just devastated. They finally found the girl that they thought that they would spend their lives with. And then there she goes, walking out the door. Or she gets cold feet and stonewalls you. Or if a man, totally lavishes you with gifts and promises and then suddenly becomes AWOL, ghosts you, goes away. You just lose all track of time. You really lose yourself in the process because you give yourself away to begin with and you put too much emphasis on the relationship. It's very important to love other people with your whole heart and to really give them everything that you have. But when love is no longer being served, it becomes very important that you get up from the table. Get up from the table if love is no longer being served because you deserve love. You're a beautiful human and you have a lot to offer. And going and begging someone to be with you and trying to make them feel guilty and being so attached to them that you cannot move on, especially publicly. It's one thing to hurt and to be sad and to grieve and to go through pain. And I know that the pain of a heartache is like physical pain. It will light up parts of your brain that are the same parts that light up whenever you have physical pain. Heartache is painful and you want to tell the whole world and you want to beg and you want to plead and you want to cry. But I'm telling you right now that this is not for your good. It's not for your good to let the other person know how badly you're hurting. They do not deserve, well, especially if they've treated you wrong, they do not deserve to know how bad you're hurting. Because guess what? You're not doing yourselves any favors. You are actually building up that person's ego. And who knows what their mental condition is? They may be enjoying the whole process. You don't know that. So you never want to publicly let anyone know how badly they have hurt you. I mean, if you're going through a situation, you can let someone know, this really hurt me. I'm hurt. That's being vulnerable. That's fine. But to keep on and on and on and on and calling and begging and crying and begging and saying, just give me 1 minute Just give me one date. Just give me one more roll in the hay. Just give me one more bit of you, because I'm nothing without you. That is not healthy. That is not healthy. That is not going to get them to turn around. If you're wanting your ex to take you back, begging them is not the answer. It's not the way to get them back. If you're hurting so badly that you are going to lose your dignity in order to try to get someone back, you're going to lose your dignity and give your power away. This means that you personally have healing to do inside of your heart. And you should also look into the type of people that you are attracting that are rejecting towards you. And maybe you can take some steps to be more open and vulnerable to people who are loving and kind and giving. The fact of the matter is, no one in this world is indispensable. I know it feels right now like that person that has left you high and dry, or left you feeling high and dry, who has gone on with their lives, who's moved on with their lives. I know it feels like that they are the last person on the planet and that you cannot live without them and that you've got to have them in order to be happy. However, that is catastrophic thinking. That is childlike thinking. That is temporary thinking, and you don't want to make major decisions based on temporary thinking, because one day you will heal from this heartache, and one day you will look back and you will actually be grateful. You will see through this process of learning, because you're being forced to become conscious to the beauty of who you are and to the beauty of your life. You are beautiful in and of yourself. That person does not hold all of you. You still exist. You just have to remember it. You just have to become conscious of it. And you just have to wake up to the fact that you're fabulous. You yourself and you are fabulous. That person is not the be all and end all. You are enough, just as you are, all by yourself, as you take time to heal from this relationship, to get counseling, to get coaching, to surround yourself with loving people and support, to build your self-esteem, to realize your worth, to realize that you are enough, and to realize that you do not need to give away your dignity by begging any person to be with you. Because if you have to beg someone to be with you, that is not someone you want to be with, because that's going to put you in a one down position. And you don't want to be one down in a relationship, because if you think it hurts them walking out the door, it hurts even worse to be one down, to be controlled, to be someone's puppet. And that's what you become when you beg and plead. Begging and pleading someone to come back to you is a sign that you are feeling like you are not enough in and of yourself. It's a sign of codependency. It's a sign that you need to love yourself more and you need to realize your worth. And it also is a sign that you are addicted to another person. It could be a sign of love addiction, because, if it's like heroin, you've got to have heroin, you've got to have your fix, you've got to have, you've got to have that drink, you got to have that cigarette, you've got to have that lover, you've got to beg that lover. Well, if that lover does not want you, you cannot squeeze blood out of a turnip. This is a very common phrase, and it's a true phrase. You cannot squeeze love out of someone who doesn't love you back. It's never going to work that way. That's not the way love works. Love is about giving. Love is about vulnerability. Love is about having someone who wants you back. Unrequited love is the most painful place to be. And my suggestion is to get out of unrequited love situations by going no contact and deleting all their photos. I mean, you do not want to go on their social media. You don't want to stalk their social media. You want to delete their photos. You want to delete their phone number. You want to block their phone number so that you can take your power back and move forward with your grieving process. Grieving means you go through the grieving process. Like Kubler's 5 stages of grieving, you have to go through the denial phase, the bargaining phase, then finally the acceptance and finding meaning in the situation. Well, begging is the process of the bargaining phase. Well, sometimes you can humiliate yourself, and humiliating yourself for another person only digs you into a deeper trench where you're more embedded and you feel more shame and you feel more worthless when you're begging. So do yourself a favor and heal and put your hand on your heart and say, I am here for you, self. I am here to bring you all of the good things that life has to offer you, and you do not need this person to feel complete. And you are completely whole in and of yourself, and you can do this. It's going to hurt, but you can do this. You can win. You can make it through this heartbreak, and you can come out on the other side stronger than ever, and with your power intact and with your self-esteem even stronger. And you can actually start to heal, and you can start to find meaning in the negative situation that you are now coming out of. I know a lot of people are going through this, and I understand, but it is very important to put the brakes on any kind of begging, any kind of pleading, any kind of trying to make the other person feel guilty and miserable. Because guess what? It only makes them feel better. You're only making them want to get away from you more. The more you try to go after something, the more it runs. The more you try to chase something, the faster it runs in the other direction. So don't chase people. Don't chase love. You cannot you cannot ever make someone love you. You can only be happy and wait for someone to love you. You can't force someone to love you. You have to be lovable, and the right people will come your way in the right timing. But it can't be your timing. And it's not always what you want. You don't always get your way. And I know that hurts. And I know it hurts to know that sometimes people grow away in a relationship. But at the end of the day, if you trust God and you trust the universe, you will know that everything happens for your good. You do not want to be with someone who doesn't want to be with you. No, 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 no. That is a miserable existence. So just let them go. Let go and allow them to live their life, and don't play into the whole push-pull. Don't be dragged through the mud. Don't play the games. Don't allow them to dangle their new lovers in front of you. Don't play the game. Don't be in the game. Get out of the snake pit and begin to take care of your own heart, because you deserve your love. You deserve your attention, and you deserve to heal from this negative scenario. And I wish you all the luck in this process. If you're looking for life coaching, you're welcome to contact me and sign up at selfloveyou.net. I am very concerned for those of you who are hurting, and I want you to get back on track, back to yourself, back to knowing your value, your worth, and building your self-esteem, because now more than ever is the time to do it, is right after a breakup. And so anyway, if y'all have any questions, let me know your opinions. Let me know if you've gone through this before, and let me know what you've learned about the process in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like, and I'll talk to you next time. Talk to you soon.